bay door opening attitude.
Okay, copy, Butch, thanks.
Yeah, that's on 1-5 when you get there.
Here in the flight control room, standing is Paul Hill, the Director of Mission Operations here at the Johnson Space Center, talking with the ground controllers who basically take care of all of the building's functions, anything from air conditioning to the computer systems to the scheduling of time on the tracking and data relay satellite system. He has been going around the room congratulating the flight control team here, as I'm suspecting he will over the course of the next 12 days or so, from time to time with all the shifts in both the shuttle and station flight control rooms as the shuttle program enters its final 2 weeks of a 30-year program. Once again, we'll be switching to the Kennedy Space Center at the top of the hour for the post-launch news conference targeted for noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
I think we're done with Block 1.
Copy, we agree, done with Block 1.
While the crew of Atlantis continues to configure its spaceship for on-orbit operations and the opening of the payload bay doors a short time from now, that post-launch news conference coming up at the top of the hour from the Kennedy Space Center will feature Bill Gerstenmaier, the NASA Associate Administrator for Space Operations, Bob Cabana, the Director of the Kennedy Space Center, Mike Moses, the Space Shuttle Program Launch Integration Manager, and Mike Leinbach, the Shuttle Launch Director. Again, the post-launch news conference coming up at the top of the hour at noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Atlantis launched from Launch Pad 39A in the final launch in Space Shuttle program history 1 hour, 10 minutes ago, flawlessly reaching orbit, conducting an orbital maneuvering system burn about 37 minutes into the flight to increase its altitude. The shuttle currently flying at an altitude of 141 by 97 statute miles over the South Pacific, about to begin a southwest and northeasterly trek that will carry it across the equator and the beginning of the second orbit of the mission. Once the payload bay doors are open and the mechanical systems officer confirms that has been completed, the crew will wait for a go for on-orbit operations.
Attitude reloaded. We'll give you the maneuver.
Ready for the maneuver.
The maneuver reported by Commander Chris Ferguson and acknowledged by Capcom Barry Wilmore on the left here in the shuttle flight control room is the maneuver to the payload bay door opening attitude. The payload bay doors will be open. The radiators will be deployed to provide cooling for the orbiter's avionics and electronics until they are closed on landing day. Again, Flight Director Richard Jones will first go around the room to get a go for payload bay door opening.
That make them just as bright as these last 30 have been for shuttle.
Greg Dobbs from HDNet Television. And this is for the two mics, because you're the guys on this group who spent the most time around the shuttle. It's a more highly technical question than Tarek's first question, but did you choke up?
Yep, most definitely.
Yes. You open it to follow up.
I'll choke up if I do. Elaborate on why you personally